Have you ever wondered what it is to ride a horse? At first, when you see movies or people in shows ride horses, you actually think it's pretty easy and all you need to do is hang to the rope. But let me tell you, it is way much more harder than that. To get this video started, I wanted to give a shout out to Sugar and Spice Ranch for giving me such a wonderful experience. To make this clear, since I was, a child, 5 years old, I used to love horses. I thought that they were the best thing anyone could have. And my mother, in her childhood, she used to ride horses. And all of the stories that she told me were just amazing. I always imagined I had a beautiful white girl horse. But, unfortunately, we couldn't have a horse because, we live in a city. And we have such a small garden, and our horse would not actually have too much space to do anything. So my dreams couldn't be fulfilled. But anytime we went to a place, I always liked to go trail riding. But, sometimes trail riding was just to follow another horse to another horse and not actually do things. So then my mother came up with this huge idea, and she found this camp called Sugar and Spice Ranch. My mother got super excited, and the camp also lets mothers and daughters go. So my mother, my sister, and me decided excitedly to go to the camp. It was a 5-hour trip, but we did arrive to the camp. The ranch was a western ranch full of horses, a big and a small house, and a parking place. But my eye catch this beautiful white horse eating grass in front of the fence. We also met this girl that was going to be with us through the camp. When we went inside the big house, we had dinner, and we got to meet the teachers. They were two amazing teachers that got to help us and told us all about the program. The best part was when the teacher asked us questions about ourselves so we can pick the horse for us. When I told her about myself, I told her that I usually panic or, freaked out when a horse ran. The teacher nodded and she said that she had the best horse for me. She then said, "The best horse for you will be Bella." She then said she was a beautiful white horse that was sweet and kind, but there could be times where she might be fast. I got nervous, but then I thought I could actually just get over it. This was an amazing chance. I then thought that, could this be the horse I saw on the fence earlier in that day? By this, the teacher gave each student a horse and said that tomorrow we would meet our horses. I couldn't sleep that night. I was so excited to meet Bella. Would she be nice? Would she be dangerous? What would happen if I rode her? Will this be my special horse meant for me? The next morning, I woke up super excited to meet my new horse. The teacher then said that we were going to this big acre where she had to have the horses and started picking each horse one by one. I saw my mother's, my sister's, and my friend's horse. But when I saw mine, she was a beautiful white stallion, half a raven and Persian. She was tall and firm, running with the wind on her face. She was just like I dreamed of. The teacher then got her and brought her to me. I almost started crying seeing such a beautiful horse that we got to groom them and put our saddle. We then brought our horses to the arena where the obstacle course would be to ride, our horses for the first time. At that point, the teacher said to just make circles around the 4 barrels. I did that with Bella, but I must admit that I started to get scared. I started getting really nervous and almost sweating. I was so terrified that I lost my control and just, let Bella what she wanted to do until I started noticing that Bella was picking up the pace more and more till she started to not trot but canter. I started to panic and Bella was running all across the arena, running hard and fast. Thank God I did not let go of the rope, but I hung into the thing in front of my chair. Bella ran and ran, and you could just hear the teacher scream, "Pull back and stop her!" I was so terrified that I almost closed my eyes and lost all of the control of Bella, till I actually pulled back from all that running and I was about to cry at that moment, thinking I could not ride a horse. I wanted to get out and cry, but the teacher told me what I was doing wrong, and she told me how to, turn barrels and control Bella. That night was really sad. I actually stayed with my hopes up, thinking that tomorrow I could control Bella. But little did I know that it was actually going to become worse. The next morning was the same thing, to groom our horses and put the saddle on them. But there was a rainy day, so we didn't actually get to go to the arena. So we did trail riding in the afternoon. I decided to go behind the teacher's horse, Rockstar, always. But Bella was so close to Rockstar at the point that I was so frustrated, scared, and terrified that Rockstar was going to kick her. The teacher told me to back away, but I was so nervous. I tried to make her back away, but it wouldn't work. I almost gave up crying to the point where I didn't want to ride her, and at the end of the trail ride, I went to the cabin crying, telling my mom what happened, thinking that Bella wasn't the right horse for me. That night, I was so sad, but I didn't give up. I thought that maybe tomorrow was going to be a better day. The next morning, we groomed and put the saddle on them. At first, we went to the arena to practice the obstacle course. When we went to the arena, Bella was going crazy. She was going off track and didn't go through the cones. She actually didn't do anything right. I was giving up. But the teacher had the best idea and said that we should actually meet our horses and let them ride through the arena and starting to know each other. When I got Bella to do the obstacle course, she started to trot. But something happened in me that controlled my fear and actually stopped Bella. At that point, I felt a big relief and I was so happy that I could stop her. Bella and I started going through the arena little by little, and little by little, I started to control her. I was so happy about it. I couldn't believe that I controlled Bella. On the way back, Bella didn't dare to get close to Rockstar. That day, I was so happy. I went to the cabin and told everyone on what happened. Oh, I forgot to mention, Rockstar had a major crush on Bella, but Bella was in love with Captain, which is another horse. The next day was even funner. We had to pick a hook with our horses from the barrel with one hand. This game was called Speedy Spur. Then we would have to give it to our partner and repeat the same thing. I did it with Bella, and I felt that we were actually bonding together. It was one of the best experiences I had. Yesterday, I was terrified of riding Bella, and now I was just amazed and happy that I could ride her. Me and my sister were a team and did it together. The next game was called Musical Barrels, where you had to go around barrels, and when the music stopped, you would have to go to a barrel, sort of like musical chairs. Once that day, we started eliminating the barrels so there was one barrel left. I can perfectly remember that when the music stopped, I would go trotting and running with Bella to a barrel. I felt like my heart was actually connecting with Bella and on how we were working as a team. I realized on how Bella and the teachers changed my fear within just 3 days. I could feel the wind in my hair running with Bella. 3 days ago, I didn't want to run or trot with her, but now I actually just wanted to trot the whole arena with her. It was one of the best sensations I had in my life. The next day we went shopping because tomorrow we have to decorate our horses for the grand finale, where there would be team obstacles, single obstacle, musical barrels, and speedy spur, and the competition between the horses and who was the best rider. That day we went shopping and bought so many things for our horses. The next day was our final day, and I was really excited to ride Bella. I didn't care if I won the competition. I just wanted to see Bella and have the same connection again. And literally every hour we got better at things, and we were actually connecting so much, I could actually feel like we were reading minds together. I actually feel the same way my mom felt with horses in her childhood. I decorated Bella with some braids and some bows on the top of her braid. With some purple extensions, she looked literally like a princess and literally the horse of my dreams. She was absolutely gorgeous. Then was the time to put the saddle and ride the competition. At that moment, I learned how to put the saddle and the rope, how to climb up the horse, and how to get down. We went into the arena with our beautiful decorated horses ready for the competition. The teacher said that she would give us time to compare us. This time, the first time we rode our horses to see on how much we improved. But only this time she would keep the time in secret, so in the closing ceremony she would give out the awards. First was team obstacle, and my mom and the girl went first. My mom was so fast and trotting with the horse all over the obstacle course, and so was our friend. Then it was my sister and my turn. We were so excited and agreed that we would trot at some places of the obstacle course. I got Bella and trotted the whole obstacle course. It felt amazing trotting and connecting with Bella. I totally forgot it was a competition and felt that it was a bond with Bella. Then it was single obstacle where we wouldn't do teams, but we would have to go on our own. My mom, my sister, my friend, and I did it. The teacher timed us but didn't tell us the time. Then it was Speedy Spur where we would have to do teams and pass down objects to each other. My mother and my friend went and did the Speedy Spur perfect, but my sister and I had a special plan to trot at some places. When I got Bella, I started to trot with her with an object in my hand, passing it down to my sister. We did a great team. Then it was musical barrels. Bella was really excited to win. We started to trot and run together, trying to catch that last barrel. And at the end, I won with Bella. I patted down and I just gave her lots of kisses, winning the barrels. At last, the teacher told us to let go of our horses and to take out the decoration. I was actually crying at that moment. I really didn't want to let go of Bella, but time runs out and I took her decorations and got to the cabin almost crying to leave Bella. But that night was the closing ceremony in a beautiful campfire. The teacher told us to sit in the rocks while she was going to give out the awards and certificates. The teacher said that the speech and started giving awards. Then she gave me an award as first place in musical barrels, first place on best seat of a horse, first place on the most improved, and first place as the best rider. I was so happy, but I knew that I didn't just deserve these awards. But me, Bella, my teachers, my sister, my mom, and my friend deserved this because of how much support they had showed me, for the teachers of having the patience to teach me, for my sister, my mom, and my friends for supporting me and cheering me, and of course, for Bella, because of how she taught me to change my fear, my heart, and even my life. At the end of the camp, the teacher gave us a piece of wood. She then said that this piece was a heart from this ranch. She said that the whole ranch was made of this wood. Her cabin was made of that wood, her furniture was made of that wood, her stables were made of that wood, and almost everything in the ranch was made of that wood. When she gave us the wood block, she said that we could write anything we wanted on the wood. And at the end, we would read them out loud. I actually cried while reading mine, but I gave everyone a hug and a smile. Then the teacher got us a piece of wood and just burned one side, putting sugar and spice ranch. She then gave each one a bracelet, a rope bracelet, where you had to make a wish, and when the bracelet fell off, the wish would have come true. I closed my eyes and made my wish. We then sat down to the fire and, started roasting some marshmallows. This camp was amazing, giving us one of the best experiences that anyone could ever have. Sugar and Spice Ranch isn't just a simple ranch, but it's a magical and blessed camp where you can find out that you can do anything, on how you can find your true self, your hidden talents, and find your true heart, where this experience can be carried on generation by generation. I will proudly say that this will be a non-forgetting camp, and that I will never forget Bella. From that magical horse, the queen of the wind, a hero of my dreams, the winner of fall, the queen of horses, and the horse of my heart. Thank you, Sugar and Spice Ranch, for giving me such a beautiful experience. And thank you, Bella, for giving me such a love. Thank you for watching and giving me the patience to see this video. Thank you for everything, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys. See you next time.